Hello, this is Jeff Johnson. I'd like to demo ambient sounds in WeatherMaker. I've made something called a WeatherMaker sound zone that I think will be really helpful for your games to play all manner of sounds depending on if the player enters a trigger or they can just follow the player and be global sounds for the whole scene. I'd love to show you how this works. In the demo scene, I've added a WeatherMaker sound zone to the world object. In addition, I've refactored the camera to be underneath a player object, which has another WeatherMaker sound zone. Just to give you a brief tutorial on how you create these objects, in your project hierarchy, you have a new option, so right-click, Create, WeatherMaker. A sound group contains a bunch of different sounds that are grouped together, or you could call that a profile, and then you have individual sound objects. So in this Profiles folder, you can see there's a WeatherMaker ambient sound group which has like 4 sounds. I believe it has the morning bird, the owl, a crow, and crickets. And then there's the energy one, and this will play when you get near this light source here. It contains the energy sound. So let's take a look at the individual sounds and how all the parameters work. You can disable it by setting disable to true. The name property is simply a name to help you keep track of it. It doesn't do anything else. You can set an audio clip. You can tell it whether it's looping. You can set the times of day that the sound will be possible. In this case, the morning bird is dawn and day, but there's even another thing called hours of day. And this array I've set to 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. This is a 24-hour clock. So the morning bird plays 6 to 9 of hours, and it must be dawn and day. And the day-night cycle determines whether it's one of these. The interval range spaces out the sound, so the morning bird will start between 10 and 45 seconds, and when it plays, it will go from 100 to 180 seconds. The volume will be 30 to 60%, and the fade will take 20 to 40 seconds. So as it plays, it will fade in for a random number of seconds, and when it's done, it will fade out for a number of seconds. Let's see, that pretty much covers the sound object. I'll show you a few of the others. The morning birds is looping. The crickets only plays at night and plays more quietly than the morning birds, and it fades in rather quickly. The crow is a one-shot, doesn't loop. It only plays dawn, dusk, or night. So basically, if the lighting is low, then you'll hear the crow. Every 15 to 45 seconds it will execute. Since it's not looping, duration range is ignored. And then the volume ranges between 20 and 60%. The fade duration is ignored as well because it's not a looping sound, so it's a one-shot. See, the energy is a looping sound, and it will play anytime. Has no interval, has no duration. It's a constant sound, always plays at the same volume, and fades in and out of 1 second. Finally, we have an owl. That only plays at night, and it plays every 3 to 5 seconds. Volume is 80 to 100%, and the fade is ignored as well because it's a single shot sound. Okay. Let's take a look at profiles and see what they mean. The energy profile simply has that energy sound, and then this one has the 4 sounds. So let's take a look at the scene now. Underneath the player we have the sound group with the 4 sounds, and in the world we have this cube around the light, and it has the energy sound. Pretty simple. So let's give this a play. So hopefully you can hear this energy sound as I get to the light. It's pretty dim, but hopefully you can hear that. And then as I move away, it goes away. Now I'm going to make it in the morning, so the morning birds should come in pretty soon. So I'm going to be quiet for a minute, and you can just listen to the morning birds when they come in. It's going to be between 15 and 45 seconds, so maybe I should have set that interval a little smaller, but this spotlight here, oh, there goes the crow. I've got kind of this searchlight here going on. I'll throw the fog on so you can kind of see that searchlight in the fog. You can kind of hear the morning birds fading in. There they go, they're fading in nicely. Now they're at full strength. The morning birds is interesting because if you go away from the morning, they will fade out. So now it's not morning. Listen to them fade out. And they're almost done. And they're out. Now remember, their fade out's pretty long, so that's why it took a while to fade out. Let's go to the evening, and you should hear some crickets come in. They take a while to come in too. You can hear the owls starting to play. And I'll wait for the crickets to play. Feel free to skip forward in the video if you want to hear them. There they go. So now the crickets are playing. If I go away from night back to day, the crickets are going to fade out pretty quick, so listen to them as they fade out. And they're gone. Okay, that's all there is for ambient sounds. Please send me an email, support@digitalruby.com. I'd love to help you out with your game. Please let me know how else I can make Weather Maker better for you, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.